we could. She wanted to be here, but she couldn't, unfortunately. So this particular ritual of clearing was passed down from the indigenous, and in particular, the Native Americans had written a lot of this down so that we could have it later on to work with. In the indigenous belief, whatever is taking place in a generation affects those coming forward in the next 7 generations. So if there is an energy of war happening, conflict, poverty, whatever those events were that happened in a particular generation, the energy of it keeps going forward and moving forward to the next 7 generations. Now, we can't change what happened. We cannot change events that have taken place. What we can do, what we have the power to do, is shift the energy. I work closely with the angels. I don't know all of you that are here. I'm so happy to see faces and names that I don't recognize. But I work very closely with the angels, and I have my whole life. And they have inspired me. I've been doing this for, gosh, I know 7 or 8 years now that I've been holding these healings for our generations, for our planet, because it's what we're doing. Whatever affects one of us affects the whole. So as we individually go into our hearts and do these healings, we are affecting the energy of our whole planet, our earth plane, which we need so dearly right now with all the conflict and everything that's taking place. So I congratulate you for showing up today to make a difference, not just in your own life, but in the whole planetary realm, the conscious collective that is here. Thank you for doing this. So as we will begin to work with our generational energy, what will take place is, as I guide, the angels will come in to help each of us. You will have angels working with you. You will have ancestors working with you and spirit guides. And they will take us back through the bloodlines on both the mother and the father side. And as I said, we can't change the events. But what I want you to pay attention to is, what are you feeling as you go into those generations? We will be stepping back through them. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Pay attention if you receive any messages, if anything comes through for you from your ancestors as you go into that generation. Are you feeling the energy of what happened, what took place? Was it, as I said, war or poverty, slavery, any of the things that are low vibrational? And we will actually do a clearing. So let's set an intention together for all of us gathered here. I'm so happy to see all of you here. Let's set the intention that this clearing that will take place today will affect the energy from those timelines. It'll affect the energy going forward into our current timeline with all of the happenings around our planet. And it will affect the energy going forward 7 generations. And if anyone wants to add to that intention, feel free to do so. Please add it in. You can type it in the chat. And I encourage you to use the chat as we are doing this clearing. If something comes up for you during this time and you want to type it in, then please do so, because what affects one of us affects all of us. And it'll be good to share, and we'll do some sharing at the end. Does anyone have any questions before we move into the actual clearing itself? And I'm going to try to calm the dog down. So that's one thing I've been doing, is trying to keep my energy calm so that her energy will be calm. So I'm just looking now at the chat. Let me get that open so I can see if anyone wants to add anything at all.
Hey, Terry, I've got a question.
Yes.
If you've got kids Can you hold them and do generational clearing for them, or can it only be for yourself?
As you go back into the ancestry, your ancestry is affecting your children. So you are clearing it for them as well as for yourself. So it's.
What about the ones that are adopted? They've got their own ancestral lineage.
Yes, they would need to do it. Yeah, they would need to go into those the ancestral line to clear that.
Okay.
Okay. And Ruth and everyone, this is being recorded. So if you wish to have the recording, you'll need to put in your email address so I can send it to you, first of all. And you can have anyone that hasn't participated here live while we're doing it, you can have them watch this and go through the process. And since you will be going through it and experiencing it, you'll be able to help guide them if they wish to do this as well. I also do this for individuals, for anyone who wants to know that. If there's someone that you think could benefit from sitting with me to go through this on an individual basis, I'm available to do that. Okay. So let's take a deep breath in. The breath is the connection. It brings us right into our heart center. So breathe in fully into your lungs. Open up your energy field. Open up your mind. And just allow anything right now that's not of love and light to flow from you. Just release it. And then take another breath in. And as you continue just to breathe and relax, understand that what we are doing here, this process, is designed to shift the energies of both the mother and the father bloodlines back 7 generations. We are working specifically with the low vibration energy that might have taken place during those timelines, clearing any energy, any pattern. We're working with the matrix that's happened as things took place, like abuse, helplessness, violence, or war. And we're going to send healing into those spaces where that particular energetic pattern is being held from what took place. So with your breath, just breathe in light from the universe around you. Breathe light and love into your body, your physical body that's sitting here right now, connected with everyone that's here. Breathe it into your bones, into your blood cells, and into your DNA. And again, if there's something that comes up that's not of love and light, or anything that you wish to release, just set the intention with the out breath. You're releasing it back to the universe. You are a child of the universe. You have a right to be here. You have a right to everything that's good and beautiful and wonderful as you go through your life. So feel that, feel the support that's here, this light coming from the universe around you as you release anything at all that's not of love and light back out to the universe to be transmuted. We set a group intention for us to do this work together. But if you would like to set a specific intention for yourself, this is your time to do that. If you wanted to release a specific emotion or anything that's not serving you, anything that's holding you down, this would be the time to state inside of you that you're going to do that. Maybe your intention is to cut ties with your ancestral energy that's holding you back. So take a moment We're just going to be quiet and still for a moment as you figure out if you have something individually that you want to release during this time together. And then we will begin calling in the angels. And I've been asked by the angels to see if there's anyone that needs to share, if you have a burning desire to share what you are releasing with this time together today. If you want to type it in or if you want to speak it. If you want to speak it, you can just unmute and share with us. So I'll give a minute for that. Let's begin with the angels. I want to first call in the angel of the East, Archangel Raphael, the Archangel of Air. Raphael brings the emerald green fire, clearing and cleansing your energy field. So as you are sitting there, just continue to breathe normally, but be aware of what's happening around you. Do you feel the air moving? Do you have the sense of that emerald green fire burning, clearing away anything? Just imagine that you can call this fire into your body to cleanse all the way in the bones, the blood, the DNA, every layer of your light body. Let this emerald green fire clear whatever is inside of you that needs to be released. And as that is happening, I'm calling on Archangel Michael from the south, the Archangel of Fire, the guardian protector. Michael brings in the energy of electric blue fire. So call this blue fire into your body. Again, every bit of your body, the bones, the blood, the cells, the DNA, every layer, and breathe it in. We're going to work more closely with Michael. Michael carries an energetic sword as the protector. He's able to cut ties. He's able to clear with his sword. So call that sword of Michael before you. Visualize it. See it standing before your heart chakra. And as it does, is neutralizing any lower frequency energies from entering your field. You might feel that work as Michael does cutting of cords and releasing anything from your heart chakra. Now see the sword at the back of your heart, protecting you from behind, from lower frequency energies. Maybe you feel your spine getting a little straighter and stronger as that sword clears any energy that doesn't need to be there. now see the sword being placed at the left side of your energy field and to the right, protecting you on both sides. And now the sword moves to the top of your head, pointing upwards, and below your feet, pointing downward. So your energy is protected from 6 directions, all around you, above you, and below you. Just feel how wonderful that is to be encased in this energy of Archangel Michael, who is with us to protect us as we go through this important work. Now we call on Gabriel to the west, the Archangel of Water. And Gabriel brings the diamond white fire, and he wraps this fire around you as if you were being cocooned in it. This fire can absorb the lower frequency energy from your energy field and pull them out. So just breathe in and allow this process to happen. You may start to feel lighter as any of those frequencies are leaving your physical body. There may be some things that have been hidden in there, or you knew they were there, but you just haven't been able to release them. Some emotions I'm feeling. Emotions of fear. That's the one that I'm feeling the most, that's being released at this moment. So as this is happening, and they'll continue to release from you, we're going to call on Uriel in the north. Uriel of the earth. And Uriel's energy is ruby red fire. Invite that energy now into your body. Again, the bones, the blood, DNA, everything in your body, every cell. The ruby red fire is clearing as well those lower frequency energies. We have 4 angels surrounding us, 4 energies of angelic fire, emerald green, electric blue, diamond white, and ruby red. Ask these angels now to open and expand your energy field. Just give a moment for that to happen. Breathe it in. Ask to be opened. You might feel bigger. Your energy field expands out beyond you. And as it expands, your crown chakra opens up. Call upon your higher self to be present as you do this work. Breathe and allow as this happens, calling your guides, your higher self, and surrounded by these 4 angels, along with 500,000 earth angels that have come in now to help with this process, to hold each one of us that's doing the release, to hold our ancestors in their spirit form. And now we call on Metatron. Metatron brings the golden white crystalline grid that contains every shape that exists in the universe that God has created. Metatron brings this grid into the room above our heads. So pay attention to the shift in energy that's happening. Metatron is sealing the space to allow that golden white light to pour down the walls around you, clearing and cleansing the whole energy of the room you're sitting in. And also sealing beneath your feet. So you're sitting in a great cube of golden white fire. And I ask Metatron to please intensify that fire, protecting your room where you are from interference, protecting the space around you, and opening up to the other dimensions that we are going into when we go into our ancestry. While that's happening, Sandalphon is bringing up the crystalline 5D grid of the earth to rise up into the room with silver white fire. As this energy comes up to your feet, the chakras of your feet open, and two great spheres of light, one on each foot, starts to move. So let's right now feel that movement. Let it move up into your root chakra, opening that and expanding our root chakra right now, our base, our foundation. So we're bringing the energy of this crystalline grid and releasing anything else, anything that's of lower vibration is being released as we bring the light forward again up to our sacral chakra, and let that merge in with the energy of the root in this great crystal grid. Breathe in the energy. Release everything else with your out breath. And let's move it further up to the solar plexus chakra, opening that up into the sphere of light, releasing any insecurities I'm hearing. The insecurities are flowing out. The feelings of unworthiness, doubt, indecision, releasing all of that and coming back into that energy field with confidence as we have this light flowing that came up from that grid that Sandalphon brought in. Now bring it up to the heart. And when you bring it to the heart chakra, breathe that grid in to your heart and allow it to anchor there in your heart center. And now we call on Metatron. Metatron's golden white fire is coming down through the crown chakra. And the crown opens up the sphere of energy. Breathe in that 5D crystalline grid and release everything else, whatever's not serving you. Breathe in again and bring it to your third eye chakra. Again, letting that pineal gland be cleansed with this light, opening up all your clairs for doing this work. Release any other energy that's not helping you or serving your greatest purpose. Breathe in again and see it going to your throat chakra, joining in with this sphere of light. And finally, breathe it into your heart chakra, anchoring it there with what's already been placed from the lower chakras. Now ask your higher self to open an inner channel between the core of the earth and the core of the sun. So let's take a moment to visualize that. The connection is in the heart. So as you see that channel, see the light coming up from the earth, going to your heart, and the light coming from the great central sun, coming down into your heart. And allow this energy to flow so that you become a clear channel for that light. And now we call in more angels. We're calling in the ultraviolet angels to place a sphere of ultraviolet fire around your energy field, and to place a separate sphere around your Earth Star chakra just beneath your feet to protect you. We're protecting this chakra and closing out any low vibrational energies we're sealing the bloodline of your mother. Archangel Michael is doing the work with the angels, the ultraviolet angels, and sealing the bloodline back 7 generations in one great chamber of light. At the same time, they are sealing the father line back 7 generations in a great chamber of light with the ultraviolet fire. So now you begin to do your work. The angels have set it all up for us. Your spirit guides, whoever has helped you, they've created these channels for you to work with. You're protected by all the angels that are here, especially Michael. And anything that transpires from here, feel that protection. You are not alone, but you must do your work that you're here to do on your own. So in your mind's eye, step backwards 7 times, representing 7 generations on your mother's side. You can do this slowly. You can go 1 generation at a time as you take that step back, and that's what I encourage you to do. As you go into a generation, just pause. Feel the energy. Feel into what's happening. What sensations are you feeling? What emotions are coming up? Are you receiving a message from your ancestors? Are the angels pointing out anything to you from this generation that you need to be aware of? Realize that these bloodlines have existed on this 3D timeline for many, many years. And there's both low frequency and high frequency energies in here. Feel into the patterns. If something hits you with an intuitive thought that there's an issue that needs to be released, just take note of that. Pay attention to it and see if there's an issue in your current life that you can resonate with what's happening, what you're feeling as you go into this ancestral bloodline. Just take a moment to experience this. If at any time you feel uncomfortable as you're doing this work, ask for Michael to hold you. Remember that his sword is all around you, front, back, sides, above and below. You're totally protected. Now we're going to call on your higher self and the archangels, all the ones holding the crystalline grid, to dissolve all agreements, cords, and attachments from your mother line that attaches to the 3D matrix of the earth, to dissolve all those agreements, the records and attachment, and shift the whole mother line back 7 generations into the 5D grid of the earth. Visualize with me this great tree line being bathed in the 5D energy from that crystalline grid. And as this happens, many of the energies from this bloodline may not like this shift in the energy and they want to retreat. And that's okay. We're not forcing anything. We are simply offering a clearing. So give permission to any energies that don't wish to go into this crystalline grid and into the light to just be, and then give permission for the new 5D energies to hold the integrity of that mother line back 7 generations. If you feel any resistance at all from what you're getting intuitively, just release. Release any resistance. We're only here to heal and to help. And now let's step back to your present self. Just envision that you're stepping forward with 7 long strides, coming back to right where you are in the present moment. And we're going to repeat this for the father's side, the father's bloodline. And it's okay if you don't know who your ancestors are. You don't have to know who your biological parents are. If you don't know that information, you don't have to know your ancestry. It's your intention that you are going back into this timeline, whatever it may be, known or unknown to you. So in your mind's eye, step backwards again 7 times, representing the 7 generations on your father's side. And again, I encourage you to take your time. Feel into each generation. As Sandalphon and Metatron hold the crystalline grids, ask for all agreements, cords, attachments to move this line back 7 generations into the crystalline 5D grid of the earth, and see that father line being bathed back 7 generations with this light, offering again the healing that we are bringing today. The healing comes from the clearing of the energy, releasing it to the light. You'll want to do the same process that you did on the mother's side. If you feel resistance, don't fight against it. Just offer. Offer for it to be released to the light. And know that if anything is released, the integrity is held because the angels are placing light and love into those generations. I'm feeling a lot of energy as messages are coming forth. Some of these generations, there was a huge energy of conflict, energy of poverty. And I'm hearing the cries of children as we go back into this father's line. Let's ask for healing of any souls that may still be earthbound from these generations going back. And when you are ready, take those 7 steps forward toward where you are right now in this now moment. Now, as you look at these 2 trees in the earth that are going off at different angles, bathed in the crystalline grid of light, seeing them being transformed and shifted, and neutralizing any lower frequency energies coming from the bloodline. That's the intention that we held going into this. See it now happening. You might see like fog lifting. There may be a sound that you're hearing or experiencing. And as that clearing takes place, feel your energy field now. See if it's a little lighter and if it has shifted as the energies are neutralized. Give permission for the light to intensify around both the mother and the father line, as all of it is bathed and shifted from the 3D to the 5D bloodline, so that the energy that you project forward into the future to your descendants is of this higher frequency. As you've now felt into the energy of your ancestors on both the mother line and the father line, let's just pause for a moment. Let's say a prayer of forgiveness. We release and forgive the energy we felt there with love. If you would, please say the Hawaiian prayer forgiveness, Ho'oponopono. Let's say it together. There's 4 phrases. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Keep repeating. You can either say the word Ho'oponopono, or you can say the phrases, or you can simply say, thank you. I love you. But take a moment to repeat these words. Recognize it's not about any person. It's not about anything that any of your ancestors did in their lifetime. It's about releasing the energetic impact of anything that happened during those times that they lived. That might make it a little easier to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Pay attention now if anything has shifted further as you did the forgiveness work. And now we're going to neutralize all patterns from the family line that do not serve you or your descendants. We cleared energy, and now we're going to neutralize it so it has no impact. So together, let's ask that all agreements, programs, and resolved energies that do not serve your higher good, your soul's path, or those of your descendants be dissolved into source light. We ask to cancel all vows, agreements, contracts, karmic IOUs that do not serve your highest good or the good of the bloodline. Release all of these to source light, both on the mother line and the father line. Just take a moment with that, releasing and canceling anything that had transpired during those generations. And now let's go beyond those 7 generations. Let's ask for anything that affected our ancestors, going back all the way as far as we can go to the beginning, that all vows, agreements, blood covenants, karmic IOUs that do not serve the highest path or purpose of any of your ancestors, of yourself, or of your descendants be canceled, dissolved, and released now. Dissolve all futile vows that connect you to the energy of war or violence. Clear and dissolve all futile vows that connect you to the energy of slavery, master, servant. Cancel now. Cancel any vows that disconnect you from knowing or radiating your own authentic light or walking your own true path. Clear any human, animal, hybrid experiment and mutation from Atlantis in the bloodline. Clear any agreements of belonging to or serving dark energy. Clear any agreements around ET experimentation or alien enslavement trauma held in your human DNA. We ask the angels and our higher self, especially Sandalphon, to clear blood covenants in the DNA, all the way down to the 5D crystalline grid of the earth. Clear any genetic karmic damage. Clear any chemical interference harming the blood. Clear any disease memory in the body. Clear all memory and influence, DNA instruction, or RNA instruction that hinders the process of returning to the original templates. Let's just hold space for that to happen right now. That was a lot of clearing. So just breathe in. And on the out breath, see it dissolving. See all of that energy cleared, all vows canceled. Feel the shift in your DNA as this takes place. When you breathe in and fill your lungs full of love, I want you to release that with a hard breath as you let go, because that was a lot to clear. So you breathe in and hold the energy of love. Let it go. Release it out from you. You'll physically feel the energy leave when you do that, when you do the hard breath. You're doing good. We're almost there. So now we call upon Metatron and the healing teams to send a soft, healing golden light into your body. Ask this healing light be sent to all aspects of your healing body, of your physical body. In this healing light, going back through your time here on earth, focus in on your young adult years, your adolescent years, the young child years, and back to you in the womb. Send this soft, healing gold light back to the bloodline, both the mother and the father line, sending healing back those 7 generations. Send this soft, healing gold light back beyond those 7 generations, all the way back into infinity. And now send this soft healing light forward in time along the bloodline to help all of your descendants align with the higher frequency light so that they may feel more at home and welcomed here on planet Earth. Take a deep breath in and release. Feel the energy of what has just happened. That clearing, that beautiful love that flowed in with the golden light. See everything bathed in it all the way back. Your mother's side, your father's side, you, and going forward to future generations that will inhabit the earth. Let's thank all the beings who took part in this transmission. The angels, your higher self, your guides, your ancestors. Let's thank the angels that held the grids, Metatron and Sandalphon. And we ask them now to release the intensity because they brought those grids right to where we are. And now they can release them and let them relax. We want to thank the angels that surrounded us. Uriel with the ruby red fire. Gabriel with the diamond white fire. Michael with electric blue fire. And Raphael with the emerald green fire. As you feel them stepping back from your physical self, just send with them the energy of gratitude, thanking them for being there with you to help you do the work, and feel the lightness that's happened with your being, lightening the load as you release this energy from the bloodlines and allow expansion into the light. Breathe into your lungs, soften your energy field, open up, relax, and come back to the room where you are with your breath. Begin to feel your physical body, becoming aware that you're sitting in a chair or lying on a bed, or maybe standing on the ground. But start to feel your energy now. Maybe you want to wiggle your fingers or your toes, or just sit quietly for a moment. And let's just see what happened. Just if you want to open up your microphone, if you want to share, this is the time for you to do so. So anyone who wishes can have the floor to speak either how that experience was for you, if you received anything that you want to share with us as you went through those bloodlines. If you felt nothing, and that's okay too. Sometimes when we learn something, it takes a while for it to integrate. And it's when you're very relaxed that you receive a message or you receive the understanding of what you went through. So we're just going to open it up now if anyone would like to speak.
Terry, would this be a good time to stop recording so people feel like they can speak freely?
Thank you so much, Sue. You are so right. If I can find the recorder.